Uh, why? Um, no, that doesn't ring a bell. I didn't know you wanted a response to that one. I don't know what. Oh, what the heck? The fire hydrant just blew up over there. What the heck? Oh, the four-leaf clover. I can put it in here. Oh, probably one of the more interesting ones to me is the stuff having to do with Cain and Abel. Do you know those at all? You know the story of Cain and Abel, right? From the Bible. Maybe that sounds kind of familiar. There are monsters. They're not necessarily skinwalkers. I know which monster you're talking about because they're in the SCP containment game. Whatever the victim they kill, they'll use that voice of that victim. Like they'll call out with that voice, like the last words of that creature, or the last words of whoever it kills will be what it says over and over. Do as you're told. Don't eat mold. Okay, well, but in SCP, what's interesting is, so Cain murdered Abel. So Abel was supposed to be, like kind of the golden child type of thing, and Cain got jealous and murdered Abel, and then lied to God about it, and so God casts him out, and marks him so that he won't be hurt for some reason. Which I'm not exactly sure why, considering he was the first murderer, technically, going by that reasoning. But anyways, in the SCP stuff, what's really funny is Cain is actually an SCP that if you attack him, if you punch him or do anything to him, the same thing will be done to you. So he can't be hurt unless... And he's also super affable and friendly. And Abel is actually this murderous, like, warrior dude. And they, like, have used Abel as, like, a shock trooper to, like, attack things that they don't like. And Cain is, like, super polite and, like, friendly and stuff, and he, like, just lives in one of the SCP facilities and, like, he eats in the cafeteria with SCP personnel and stuff. It's really funny. Well, I mean, here's the thing. If you choose to believe in the origin story of Adam and Eve and all that, we're gonna have to be content right now, at least, with not having answers to everything. But I think it's fine to speculate and kind of wonder how that could be. I don't think we have. I mean, I can't promptly give you an answer because I don't know, but. I mean, how did Cain know how to kill? I mean, I would just say human nature can be selfish, Like, people in general can be bad. And Cain was jealous of his brother, and he just, I think by nature, just wasn't a very good guy. So, I mean, he probably did it out of jealousy, out of rage. So he probably didn't know exactly how to kill. He probably just had a violent attack on him. Well, you don't have to be taught how to kill to kill. I don't get what you mean by that. Well, okay, so at least my religion teaches the following. We do believe in Adam and Eve, and that they were cast out of the Garden of Eden. For, like, taking the fruit of knowledge of from the tree or whatever. And after they left, then the world became fallen at that point, and they were no longer innocent. And so it would then stand to reason the children were no longer innocent either, that Adam and Eve had, like Cain and Abel. So at that point, they had the ability to choose and not just be in a state of innocence. Well, I mean, that's the only way I can think about it making sense, right? I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'll let God teach me after I'm dead, I guess. After I go to the pearly white gates, I'll have some sit down time with him. I don't get why people don't speculate or give answers. Like, it doesn't have to be right. People just have to be able to be willing to discuss things. And I don't know why people are like, duh, when people ask questions about things like that. What I just said isn't necessarily the complete truth to it, or even the truth. But, I mean, at least for us, in our church, Adam and Eve were meant to fall from the Garden of Eden, because otherwise they would have perpetually stayed there forever. And so God could not allow them to just take from the tree, because that was against his laws, but he also allowed them the choice to fall, because having them fall would then allow humanity to start the great experiment, what we're in right now. There's what do you mean, who can hurt Cain? At the time, well, here's the thing about the Bible, and especially the beginning of the Bible. We don't know how much time has passed between the time Adam and Eve are cast out from the garden, and the only thing I think we know is that Cain and Abel were probably the eldest of their first group of siblings. So it's possible, and the speculation, at least in our church, is that people that because of God's design, and if you were to believe in Adam and Eve as the progenitors of humanity, then it's possible Adam and Eve lived a very long time. Like they had a lot of children, not just, and so there's speculation that Adam died at like some ridiculous age, like hundreds of years old, because it was necessary at the beginning, and that over time humans have had lesser and lesser lifespans. But that's pure speculation. It's just it's possible that, and honestly, I don't necessarily have an answer for you on that. So it's possible by the time Cain slew Abel, they had their own families and followers. It's not to say that. Yeah, that's the thing. And see, like people like Moses, and Moses was like 100 something, I think. But people like Noah apparently took like 100 years to build the ark. Like there's some ridiculous time periods notated in the Bible, but also the Bible is not a perfect translation or capture. So who knows if that's true either. And it could be a totally different answer that we don't know because we aren't God. If you believe in God. So, I did my personal conviction beyond my religion and stuff is that I believe science teaches us, if there's a God, science teaches us how he does things. But, like, we would have to uncover a lot more science to know how God would start life here. And the thing is, here's an interesting speculation I have. So, at least for us, we believe the Garden of Eden started out kind of in a purgatory state. Like, there was animals and stuff living there, but, like, it was kind of this paradise that never changed. And then once you introduced the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and Adam and Eve took from it, the world fell and became mortal, so to speak. So not only did Adam and Eve become mortal, but so did the animals. And at that point, evolution was introduced, random mutation. And so if you believe that, then I don't know where like our relatives come into that, because like things like chimps are really things like chimps are really closely related to us, but if you believe in Adam and Eve, then humans would be the exception to the evolution rule. And there's no answer for that I can give, but evolution is a real thing. So it's like as if you believe God created everything, it means he set everything into place and then left it to its own devices. Corruption was entered into the world, so there's horrifying creatures that parasitize and dominate other creatures. I don't think God created things like that. We have pigs are one thing that have a lot of close relation to us too, in terms of like overall like how the body is. But in terms of DNA relation, like we have something like a 93% match with chimps or something ridiculous like that. No, but like there's supposedly a common ancestor, for us that looks a lot like not a gorilla really, like, I forget what it's called. It's like a Homo somethingus. That's like one of our ancient relatives, and I mean the thing looks kind of like a taller, human form shaped. No, before Homo sapien. Because before Homo sapien, there's whatever Neanderthals were and Cro-Magnon, which were two offshoots, and I think the Cro-Magnon helped wipe out the Neanderthals, which is why Neanderthals don't exist anymore. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a Coke. I know, I got another follower, and there's a couple people here. Just no one talking. Just you're the only one talking. There's two others here. I don't think we have a Fuji or he'd be talking. I need to go back to the luck guide because I want to try to figure this puzzle out. Where is it? He freaking is an old man, apparently. Goes to bed earlier than either of us do. He's younger than both of us. Where is that? Is it research and records? I think it is. We need to... It's a lucky item manifest, okay. Attracts abundance and wealth, feng shui. Bronze koi fish, okay. Wards off evil, orientation important, heals up. Allows luck to be kept, heals down, luck flows outward. So, what does heals up mean? Like the sides up for good luck, kept by us. And then this should be... That's just sideways. And one of the SCPs actually has to do with the Garden of Eden too, because they found the Garden of Eden, the SCP did, and it's being guarded by a freaking angel that will order people to leave, and then they forget they saw the garden, because that's how the end of that story ends, is God has it guarded by an angel. All right, Marlon, have a good night. Thanks for popping in. Held up. Alright, yep, that's held up. Feng Shui. Can we pick you up then? Whoops. Oh. Oh, that was... feet. Less than 2 feet? What is the less than sign? So less than 2 feet. That's not. Oh, I can just push it. It would be nice if I can lift it up. I'm gonna use telekinesis. Alright. It just blew up in here. What the heck burned over here? Oh. What if I'm gonna die from messing with this? Can I move that at all? third position. Close. Very close. Heck is ringing. Oh. Weird. We're getting close. The heck is that? Oh. That's what we want, is this to be moving? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Outfits. I kind of like it.
Every time I think it makes sense, the pattern shifts.
I'll kind of like it.
was moving up, damn it. Another year of Clutch was mine. This happens.
No Hiss followed you in, right?
Containment.
Sector. Panopticon. Altered items. Maximum security prison. Dangerous.
The containment sector, the Panopticon, is home to the altered items we find and contain. It is a maximum security prison. It's a vault for the most valuable treasures on Earth. It's a powder keg big enough to blow this world to dust. A temple, a place of worship filled with idols of angry gods. It's all of these, and none of them. It's something more profound, unbelievable, unknowable, something worse. Altered items. We've found many. They appear mundane, but nothing could be further from the truth. They're all powerful, dangerous. They press heavy on our minds because that's their nature. They've been altered because we can't stop thinking about them. We put them on altars because they're used to being worshipped. This keeps them calm. We contain them, but they don't want to be controlled. We study them to discover what makes them tick. If this place were ever breached, it would be chaos of biblical proportions.
Interesting.
documents that suddenly appear pink, light red, or any shade in between must be incinerated immediately. Failure to do so will result in termination and possible bodily harm. Thank you for your attention.
Oh, yeah, the vault. Let's go there.
Hello? I need some help here.
Someone needs help over there. Sounds like there's a man.
I'm here. What happened to you?
I got in a little scrap. Name's Horowitz.
Is he gonna be okay?
Don't look at me like that. I'm fine. But Wells is still in there. You gotta get him out.
Who's Wells?
My squad mate. We were hunting a runaway altered item. We followed it down into the clocks.
The clocks.
A threshold. The Bureau sealed it up years back because of all the clocks. We followed the altered item inside, but the way it was acting, we weren't ready. Me and Wells were the only ones to make it to the motel court. He was right behind me, but he never showed up on this side.
I'll go find him. But first, you need to get to a medic.
Wells is the medic. Please, you gotta get him out of there. I'll be fine, really. Roop can patch me up later.
Fine. But I'll be back for you.
I damn well hope so. Just use the motel cord there. It should get you into the clocks. Sorry, the threshold.
Let's do it. Who the heck is laughing? $11:06. $204. 5:37 or something like that. Mm-hmm. Darn it. I missed it again. Keep missing it. Oh wait, no, I'm an idiot. 5. I'm an idiot. Okay, never mind. I'm a dingus. I don't know what I'm thinking. There we go. There we are. Let's go to this clock land.
This Wells guy can't be far. Those must be the clocks he was talking about.
Just a few of them. Oh, there's our medic. Somehow alive. Hello?
Are you Wells? Your friend asked me to come looking for you.
That must be Horowitz. Glad he got out. I stayed back to help the others. Did a shit job of it, clearly.
You tried. That's enough. Horowitz needs your help now. How do we get out of here?
We should head back through the threshold. We can look for other survivors as we go.
We better hurry. Which way?
Just follow the blood. Let's go.
Clearance level 9. Bro, give me clearance level 9. I'm only at level 5 still.
What's with the clocks?
Threshold effect. This used to be a regular office wing before the threshold manifested. The forces at play in there got a hold of someone's old clock and started duplicating it. Now the office is abandoned and it's